Hello, my name is David Havlicek. I'm going to be going through my studio project for this semester, the school project, and the site that I chose was Detroit, Michigan. So the site location is northwest of the downtown area, and it's specifically in the cultural center. It's a very historic district with a lot of Tudor, Gothic, and Renaissance Revival style architecture. This site is actually already home to a school, the Golightly Education Center, which is pre-K through 8, and it was built in the early 1920s under a different name. And the demographics of the area has changed a lot over time from a Jewish majority to now African American. So we looked at case studies at the start of this semester. One of the case studies that I chose was the Sidwell Friends Middle School, which was based in Bethesda, Maryland. And the big takeaways that you'll see have been implemented into this project in some way is this sloping wetland with terraces going towards basically a water delination pond. And also this building has adaptive water reuse, gray water, and solar water heating, and a green roof. These are all elements that I start to explore for my design. So this is what the site area that we have to work with looks like and the overall context. So basically I explored using 3 different styles to effectively create a post-modern style, neoclassical, a Tudor revival, and also neo-futuristic. So it ended up looking something like this, at least at the front entry. And here's isometric overall. Basically, there's at this portion, the Tudor revival portion, it is facing towards the historic district. This is towards the outskirts of it. It's almost towards the highway. So this wing of the building blends in with the style of the neighborhood, and then it completely breaks away towards this other wing. And I'll start going into that later, but this is the overall site. There's been some changes with the existing parking lot, some expansion to the bus drop-off area, and a new drop-off area specifically for these high school students. This is what the ground floor looks like, and the big thing to take note is that you come in at the main entry, and then as you come in, it actually opens up to below, and that's because there is a similar terraced green area like there was in the Sidwell Friends Middle School in my project as well. So taking a step back from that, in the Tudor revival portion of my building, there's traditional classrooms, and they're varied. There's different layouts. This one is a classroom that splits into 2 with a foldable partition. And there's also, just shown in this cross section, we can see a more artistic portion with storage and clusters, and then also circle tables and more collaborative learning, but still under a more stricter curriculum based. So this is the library, which is also in the Tudor revival portion of the building, but it's underground and it has skylights going into, which you can see starting to come into this reading area. So the garage and mezzanine is on the other portion of the building, the neo-futuristic style, and this is what I was trying to do by having 2 different architectural styles, is to explore the more fundamental learning needs and also the innovative learning explorations being done in 2 different portions of the building, but still being connected together through the collaborative spaces and also this courtyard, which is also a green and sustainable portion of the building, while operating also as a way to connect another way to connect the both styles of the building. Another way that this is done is on the green roof, and it is perfectly level with the 3rd floor and with great accessibility, and it is also has good views to the downtown area. This is the direction it's looking towards now, is right to the downtown area. And also there's a lot of taller buildings facing north, the other direction as well. So looking at systems, the structural was a struggle for this project. Originally, I was going to go with steel because that's something I'm comfortable with. Then I figured out that the form that I chose wasn't really going to be that helpful with a steel system, especially a joist and girder system. So I transitioned to a two-way slat with concrete with tapered capitals, and it functioned, but it started to look like the Ford factories by Con in the Detroit, Michigan area. That's not something I was shooting for. And also with concrete, I was looking for making heat masses, and there was no little sun being with using the two-way slab system, there was little sun coming into the north wing. So I transitioned completely to wood, two different kinds of wood, mass timber and light frame for the different portions of the building. Mass timber for the neo-futuristic style of the building, and light frame for the Tudor revival. So some of these passive systems that I borrowed from the Sidwell Friends Middle School, I took the retention pond living lab idea, and it's a little bit more steeper with these landscape terraces. So there's a little bit more need for more ramp and stairs, but it also allows for greater flexibility to adding areas outside of the lunchroom or in the atrium for students to be out in the environment while learning. Then looking at active styles, basically utilizing passive solar heat through radiant floor heating, very interesting system. So overall, there's a lot happening, but the biggest attempt was to make neo-futuristic and Tudor emblematic of the learning styles being taught in a technical institution.